Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. It's Michelle with my special guest, Christy. Hi, Christy.
Hi.
So we have a fun show for you today. Call it a rant. It's about the things you should not do when you are luxury shopping. But I'm just going to say when you're shopping in general, because I think we're moving into a period of entitlement. Uh, so, Christy, look, we're both wearing lace tops. I'm always like, we're
It's
so
so funny. We always think the same when we're getting dressed or something for this, and we pop on and we're like, we're kind of twinning.
we're twinning always. I love it.
Right.
Love the pink. And then you have your
Thank you.
Van Cleef's inspired necklace, which I do too. My little butterfly is Van Cleef's inspired.
Mine is like Tory Burch from 2020 when they were on this pearl kick because I love pearls.
I
So,
love it. It's great.
mhm,
Oh, so
yeah.
you did ask, I wanted to show off. This is one of my Louis Vuitton employee purchases, and it's
So cute.
just a t-shirt dress, like with a little drawstring. It's literally a t-shirt dress. So t-shirt in the back, but it has this nice, like, what do you call this? Embroidery, brocade, lacy panel in the front.
It's like the little
And
blossoms, the mystery, the monogram, as they call it.
I don't even, wait, okay, yeah, I just saw one blossom right there.
I see
It's,
it
it's
looks like
very
little
hidden.
blossoms, but a lace applique. Yeah, I see some blossoms.
It is very hidden. Okay, so just for context, we had our like employee store where things would show up like literally one at a time. So when you'd see it, you can buy it. And this was $90. It came with
Amazing.
the price tag on it because all the clothes that I got came with a price tag, or most of the things, right? And the price
That's
tag
okay.
of
Yeah.
this t-shirt dress was 900. So just to give our audience an idea, because I wouldn't pay 900, pretty sure that's what it was.
People did though. It's gone up since you've been there, girl, because
Oh,
I'll
sure.
tell you, if there was things that were $900, people probably would have ran for it. But like that dress now, if you would have bought it, probably would have been closer to 2K.
I believe you. Yes. Like at that time, which was 2017, things like this you could find like it was so 10% of the price tag. Generally, anything I bought, I found was 10% or 20% of the original price tag,
Hmm.
like somewhere around there. Like, for example, the shoes I got, I think were marked 1500 and I would pay 150. And mind you, they're still making money off of our employee purchases. So
Oh yeah, that's why I have a buttload of Louis Vuitton shoes because that literally was one of the many things I could afford because they were like I got one pair of the monogram flip flops for
mhm.
$80.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
wear
which
the
would be
seat out of them.
800. Right?
Do
So
I
good
love
deal.
them? No, but for $80, I learned to love them. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, get a 6 cover."
I actually love some of the shoes I got. And
Mhm.
then I did get really lucky with the clothes because I don't know why, but the men in our store, they would buy things, you know how they would list pieces as runway and
Mhm.
they would get clothes that were literally falling apart.
Wow.
Like a suit that was falling apart. One of my coworkers got a windbreaker that had a huge slash in it. Oh, he also got a bag that had a huge slash in it, and they're non-refundable. So, I mean, I think
Unless
that's a
they're like
scam.
that. Sometimes I had a friend that got a what do you call it? A Horizon and, like, the wheels didn't work, and
Hmm.
he basically clawed his way into getting a refund, and I really don't know how.
I would too, because like
And
it
yeah.
doesn't say there's a big hole in this or that it's not
Uh-huh.
stitched properly and it's gonna fall apart when it gets to you. Because it's still not cheap. Like even if I spend 90
Right.
bucks on this and it fell apart when I got it, it's like 90 bucks is 90 bucks.
For sure, for sure. Yeah.
Yes, just it's one of the many ways we get scammed working in the company, blah, blah, blah.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Alrighty. So let's start with some of the things that I think we find mildly annoying that customers come in and we already know they have high expectations. Yes, it's Louis Vuitton. There's a high expectation for service, but there's also like a sense of decorum that people should have when they're shopping anywhere. I mean, even Walmart, there are things you shouldn't do some things on this list, even if you're at Walmart or Target or Macy's. So I'll let you start with the first one, which is the Louis Vuitton has this very annoying function on the website that's called click and collect, which allows you to click, buy your item, pay for it, but you're going to go all the way to the store to collect the item. So what happens is that the person gets there and then they want to see it. It's already been wrapped. So the salesperson has to get the thing off the shelf, open it, and then the client stands and ponders and looks at it for like 20 minutes. And at this point, we're like, we got to make our sales goals. We're wasting time. We got to keep this moving. And then the person on the other side says, oh, why are they so rude to me here? So Christy, I'll give the rest to you to let you explain what's going on.
So to Michelle's point, if you buy something online to click and get in store, some places call it BOPUS, some places call it, at Louis Vuitton, we called it click and collect. So you buy online, pick up in store. My whole thing was you were going to be there anyway. So in part, the person who is the client advisor who is grabbing your package. So let's just say this fan is your package and brings it to you. And like, it's courtesy, and the leadership team wants you to, open up the package, untie the ribbon, and let you inspect the piece. Unless it's a husband buying it for his wife and he was very last minute, he doesn't want you to open it. But let's just say you're the one who purchased it and you're treating yourself to whatever. You may think that the piece, because not everybody understands Louis Vuitton jargon. Like some people don't understand PM, MM, BB, nano, right? So they're just looking at the piece and they don't know that nano means like very small, and BB means like baby, and that PM means petite model, and that MM means medium model, that GM means grand model. So they don't understand also the scaping of the size of the piece sometimes. Or the shoes, the women's shoes you have to size up, the men's shoes you have to size down. So that was always something like we may not have the shoe in your size. So when you're going to be at the store anyway, just know that when you're buying something online to pick up in the store, that client advisor who is going to the back and grabbing the piece and you're taking 20 to 30 minutes of the time, if you were going to go to that store, it's best that you just go in and go shopping and look at the pieces and decide, and with that client advisor, kind of give them an idea of the size bag you're looking for, your budget, whatever. Because if you're going to be in the store anyway and you're taking up 30 minutes, you've already paid for that piece. That client advisor is not making any commission standing there while they're, consoling you for that time period. So it's always better that you just go in the store and make an appointment, go to speak to a client advisor, or make an appointment online, and someone will reach out to you and you can answer questions back and forth with them. It's just courtesy, unless you really just know what you want and you want to be in and out and you're going to be 2 minutes and that person could just push out that order. Otherwise, it's best that if you're on the fence about something, just go in the store and have a normal, time shopping with a CA.
And let me emphasize there, the client advisor, if you bought it online, that client advisor is not getting credit. So, it is not their job to wait on you and serve you and just stare at you while you're trying to decide. And then I think, I'm going to emphasize that too. If people don't understand that, you're on the client advisor's time. Yes, you are the customer, but people have really lost common courtesy of like, don't just stand there and waste time. If you need time to think about something, okay, let your client advisor go somewhere, go to someone else, circle back around to you. Because we've also ascertained that the commission is not that high. So your little purchase of shoes is not paying my hourly paycheck just because you want to stand there for half an hour and look at something. It will get like, what do we get on that? I don't know, 10 cents, $1, something like that.
Something.
So, it's like when you go to the restaurant and they put a time limit on the tables, which restaurants are known to do. You can't just sit there and solicit and expect to be served gracefully hand and foot when you're not doing anything. So, and then I think another thing about that is like, just go in store, let the salesperson help you. Because some people think, oh, I'm just going to shop online and figure out. But like there's certain questions we can ask that could help with your purchase. What do you need it for? Where are you going with it? What are your needs? And that's what the sales associates are there for. So, I get that some people are anti-social. Order online, send to your house. But if you're going to go to the store anyway, we already know we're going to open the box, they're going to look at it, and the salesperson who is helping you isn't getting credit, which, another bone to pick with the corporation of like, why aren't the managers like doing this?
Yeah. So on that note, the managers and I hate to say it, and I'm probably going to get personal backlash, but I will accept responsibility.
That's okay.
The managers at Louis Vuitton, their job isn't to go unless I'm waiting for an appointment. Let's say when you open, you usually open with like two client advisors and a manager at 10 a.m. And then another, person will come in at 11, and then another group will come in at 1. And so they kind of stack it. Sometimes a random person will come in at noon and work noon to 9. So they kind of stack it. But like if you're coming in the morning and you're coming, because most times people will come pick up their click and collects right when the store opened. Usually the manager is not going to be available to just go pick up that click and collect. They're going to expect one of the client advisors, because we don't know when you're coming into the store. When you as a client are walking into the store, we have no idea what your mission is while you're there. So I could be like, okay, I'm going to take the first client. Like I'll go ahead and take them, right when the doors open. Okay, hey, I'm going to take you. What brings you in today? What are you shopping for? Well, I just bought something online to click, buy online, pick them in store. So we verify your ID, verify, with your phone that, you do in fact order, blah, blah. Go in the back to where the click and collect section is, match your last name, grab it, da, da, da. But the manager never wants to be involved in it because they don't know why that person's in the store. And when it's a click and collect, we as client advisors got annoyed because another person would come in, like while that person, like I'm grabbing a click and collect, and then this other person comes in and they seemingly spend like, $6,000, and I'm grabbing this person's
Exactly.
click and collect, and they're,
For nothing.
looking over the piece, and then the manager's just standing there waiting to, to do whatever it is they're going to do, but they're not going to go in the back and pick up the click and collect. They never wanted to. Like we
Yeah,
would look at
no one
them,
wanted to.
they'd be like, "No, you never know. You never know." I'm like, "Well, I do know that I'm not getting anything off of going and grabbing their bag in the back. You could have done that." They didn't want to do that. They wanted to just wait on the floor and see like if there was somewhere else they needed, because usually we only opened with one manager. So they didn't want to go in the back and grab it. And it was so frustrating because then like, another client would come in and that manager would get a big sale. And like I'm sitting here still helping this person decide if they want to keep their click and collect. So with that like little tidbit, maybe it helps people understand
Yeah.
why it's so important. If you're just going to go in the store and buy something anyway, just go to the store. It's better.
I'm
Everyone will
gonna
be happier.
I'm glad you say that because, like, I know it varies. Personnel always varies from store to store. Because I've had
Mhm.
other advisors write me in and tell me that they love their manager. Their manager's great, and that's good. That's great for them. I've had managers that I've worked with that are great.
Yeah,
In
me
my
too.
particular store, it was like my particular store manager was like, nope, salesperson do everything on their own. Don't ask operations to help you. Don't ask anyone to help you. That means run up to the back, run all the way to the fourth floor, wrap your own gifts, get your own box, run to the other boutique. If you're out of a box, it was like you are on your own, which, it was like you don't have that support when it's something as simple as like, can you assign operations to get the click and collect because
Yeah,
they don't, they're not
because
pressured to have the commissions that the salespeople do. That was like, nope, you have to do it. And then even if you're giving them $1,000 bag, try to sell them something else. That's your opportunity when that's not.
I could sit here and say, I would give these people my business card and say, next time, message me. Do you know how many times I got people who did click and collects who actually got back with me? Maybe one out of the
Yeah.
almost 4 years I was there.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, it's not like, oh, you're not doing your job to woo them. It's just a different type of customer that, like I said, they think they can do it on their own and then end up asking for help, which, yeah, I guess that's common now. I don't need
Mhm.
help. Why isn't anyone helping me? So that seems to be the landscape of retail these days.
Right.
So, okay, so next, oh, this is Christy's making an appointment online for repairs. So actually, when I worked there, there was not the make an appointment online function. You had to call the store.
Oh,
So go ahead or call your advisor directly. So go ahead and speak on that because,
so there is a function now, and I don't know if it still exists. It was there when I was there, and I literally just left in March. So I'm assuming that a lot of things I'm having to speak of are probably like relevant. You can make an appointment online to purchase something in the store, to repair. Some people make repurchases or appointments online to return or repair. Let me tell you something. You don't need to make an appointment online
Mhm.
if you're going to do a repair, because this is the thing. If you're making an appointment online, I don't know what your intent is. I'm assuming you're doing that because you have a lot of time in your day that you want to make a purchase and that you want that one-on-one experience. And usually when we do that, we reach out to you and be like, "Hey, what is it that you want?" If it's a birthday, we'll try to make it special. We'll try to like if it's an appointment, give you like champagne or whatever it is, or pull items aside for you and have it ready for you when you come in. Try to make that appointment special and elevated. But if you're making an appointment and I'm literally like, and I'm taking that appointment thinking it's going to be an appointment where I'm going to make a sale and it's not, it's just somebody wanting to do. And there are times where they do get commission on repairs. That's a whole nother spiel, but it takes a lot of time, especially if you have, let's just say, a 10-year-old piece that we don't make anymore. And you come in with on the auspices of thinking that the repair isn't going to be as in depth as it is. It is a big process because we have to find out the name of your bag, the number of your bag, put that in a system, figure out what can be fixed on it. It is a whole long process to repair your piece.
huge.
And so you have no idea the long term and the training and the how like many like okay like is it two handles, one handle, is it the glazing, is it the vachetta, is it the this, and some of the times your pieces can't be fixed and then it makes people frustrated. So if you need to repair something, I always say just come in the store and have them like look at it, because then they can investigate to see if your piece is able to be repaired. Because if you make an appointment online, 9 out of 10 times we think that you're going to be making a purchase, and instead it's going to
Mhm.
be a repair, and sometimes it takes 30 to 45 minutes. So just come in with your repair, because then we'll know what we are in.
Can you also clarify? Because I know they did this during COVID. I don't know if they still do. You could call 1-800 Vuitton and talk to the person on the other end and ask them, like, hey, I need this zipper replaced. How much would it cost? Do they still do that?
You can, but I hate to say this, this is bad. Again, I might get backlash from this. The people who work for customer client care services,
Hmm.
as they called it, at Louis Vuitton, they are not as trained as the CAs at the store. So sometimes they gave misinformation. And half the time they would have them say, you would have to go to the store to answer this, because they were not as informed.
Okay.
So I would say, I hate to say it, but they would even tell people. I had somebody from client services say that we could put in the prescription to somebody's sunglasses. And I'm like, what? They would say the craziest things. And I don't, out of this world, don't know where they came up with this stuff. So
I
it
believe
adds,
it because there are actually also, especially during Christmas, they would put people on the floor with no training.
yeah.
I remember one girl, she like accepted somebody's bag and just put it in the back counter. And we were like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, she asked to clean it. Like, who's going to clean it? We don't clean bags here. You can't drop it
No,
off and
there's
clean
not a
it.
cleaning service. You can send it off for repair to have it like the leather, they call it canvas cleaning or leather cleaning, but like it was like $200-300, and it's something you could do on your own accord. And I would not ever send out for leather repair, because that's waste of your money.
Yeah. So always for repairs, okay, that I would just bring it into the store and check. And then if that fails, there's actually services online that do luxury repairs. They're not Vuitton. And I have a local cobbler that I go to. So it doesn't always have to be Vuitton.
No,
Yeah. And
no, because
it really is case by case. Like, I don't know what your bag looks like. We don't know.
Right,
till it comes
and
in.
I would tell people, like, if your bag is beyond the point of return, because like, I would try to, like, be
Mhm.
funny with my clients, like, "You've had this bag," like, let's just say, like, I've had incidences where people have had their bag for years or it was passed down to them, however they got it. If it was a 20-year-old bag we didn't make anymore, and sometimes the repairs were gonna be, like, $1,200, like, no lie, and people's
Mhm.
jaws dropped to the
Yeah.
floor.
Yep.
Especially if your bag has a lot of leather pieces, but it's mostly canvas. Like, if you had a cabas, those had a lot of leather. Leather bottom, leather sides. It's gonna cost, and especially for the amount of leather, it's gonna be a pretty penny to make your bag look like alive again. So, you may just wanna consider, yeah, going to a cobbler. Even though Louis Vuitton's not gonna touch your bag again, you will save some money.
Yeah,
So,
and
just know that.
I did that for my Speedy, just like it's just a zipper and it was fine.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Anything else about repairs? Oh, wait, you mentioned this. They are not free. There are no free
No.
repairs. It's like, do I
Mhm.
take my car back to the dealership and ask for free repairs or free tire rotation, free tires? They
Yeah,
might give a
no
free
free
car wash, but yeah.
there's no lifetime warranty on the pieces. I've had so many clients come in and they would be like, "Oh, well, so and so told me I worked with that person over there and or I went to another store and I was always told it was a lifetime warranty." Well,
Hmm.
however, that client advisor couched the,
No, they
you
were
know,
lying. I
whatever.
never heard it. They heard it from another store. Like,
We
I've
there
gotten Coach does it, but Coach does it. I'm like, oh, but
well,
this is Louis Vuitton.
Coach is an American brand and they send all their stuff to like Florida. And like even though like yeah, we sent our stuff to Irving, like because there was repair centers there. And at first it was Ontario, California. And then
Hmm.
there was a place like in New Jersey. Anyways, but the point is this is when you the higher value the pieces, the more the repair is going to be. They would tell us to be like, well, just think of it like a car repair. Like
Yeah.
you have a car and you are the you're going to have a warranty and some things will be covered, but most of it is like I think the zipper pulls were complimentary. There were some things that were complimentary, but for the most part, zippers. If you lost the pouch out of your Neverfull, if you needed a new like tab for your Neverfull pochette, your the zippers were the most expensive,
Yeah.
and the new leather parts are
I
also
don't
really expensive.
I don't think the zipper pulls were complimentary. Were they?
Something was
Gosh.
on the zipper.
The only thing I remember complimentary is the key ring on the key pouch.
The key clay, yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
was
key
still
clay.
covered, but there was, like, something a part of
Yeah,
it, not the act
maybe the
something on the
zipper. I'm gonna grab my
some
Speedy. I think I know. It's
some part of it was complimentary.
was it this part here? Because you didn't have to actually take apart the bag for
I
it.
think
Was
so,
it this one?
yeah.
Yeah. But not because see, you wouldn't have to take apart the bag, but something like this, they'd have to take apart the bag to stitch
Yeah.
back in.
So if they had to unstitch it, because what people don't understand is when they're repairing Louis Vuitton bags, that they have to take it apart and
Unstitch the
build
whole
it
thing. Yeah.
and make and rebuild it. They're doing surgery on your piece. So it's not going to be complimentary. You're going to have to pay for them to basically remake your piece.
And don't take our word for it because things are always changing. Don't go there and
Yeah.
say, oh, Christy and Michelle told it was free. And they'll be like, who's Christy and Michelle? Do they work here?
They'll be like, we don't know them. I don't know her.
Okay. Oh, and then to that, if your canvas cracks, you're out of luck. Like you cannot repair cracked canvas. Or if it's scratched, like example with the car, if I go scratch my
Mhm.
car, I'm fixing it. Like I'm repairing it myself. That's not anything that my I can go back to my car dealership and go, "Oh, is this covered under warranty?" It's not. So scratch sunglasses, bag, spill coffee on your stuff, like that's on you.
Mhm. That's true. I know clients get very heated. I sympathize. I understand that these are not cheap pieces and I
Hmm.
understand that they are investments and maybe you got it as an anniversary gift or got it as a gift or whatever it is and you were livid and you're just like why can't I get a new one? Also case by case. Everything's a case by case basis. That's why they always, I guess, encourage you to have your own client advisor so that client advisor can advocate for you. Because sometimes you'll be surprised if you have a person that you've been working with forever and like that store knows you, you might have a little ball pool.
Yeah, but definitely not if it's
Some,
something like cosmetic that you
yeah.
did yourself, we know, like,
If
yeah.
you're overstepping your zippy wallet,
Oh
I
gosh,
see it
that
time and time again. If your zippy wallet looks preggers and you're stepping putting your life in it or your key pouch or your
and the
pocket
phone,
organizer, and I can see the outline of your credit cards in a shadow leather pocket organizer and every card slot is like lifted up. No, you did that. You
yeah.
impregnated your wallet.
You're
You've gotta
impregnated.
be careful, like, just don't do it. Like, take care of your pieces just because it's Vuitton doesn't mean it's going to never have an incident.
It's not bulletproof. Okay, so
Right.
the next one is stopping at the store before going to Europe because it's really annoying. I would say, well, they if people looky-loo, it's totally fine, but just be
Yeah.
mindful of the time. You don't need to be there for half an hour. You know what? The salespeople at Christian Louboutin tell me this too. People take up their time, take Instagram photos with no intention to buy the shoe. So it's kind of the same. Like, okay, you can look, but now, specifically, Chrissy was telling me we get clients that shop and they're like, oh, well, I'm going to go to France next month. So I just want to look, but they want to see like 10 styles. And it's like, again, they have no intention to buy. So it's like, we don't need to do this.
I actually tell them, and, like, I know that the people like, the manager was probably like, "Why do you do this?" But I tell them, "Look, 2 things. Why would you want to ruin your experience overseas and come pre-shop at our store? Wouldn't you rather go to that store and have your own experience instead of having a pre-experience here with no intention?" Like, I was just very blunt, and not everyone liked it. Or I would say, different like because we're a global brand, different places have different pieces. Like, I'll say this, Asia had the best stuff. Like, there was like a fall in love collection with like a
Hmm.
heart-shaped bag that I wish I could have had. I wish on my life I could have gotten that bag. I never got that bag. But they had like a Kusan piece that was like heart shaped that was just they have really pretty pieces for the fall in love collection that only launched in Asia. So wherever you're going, just know there's different collections in different parts of the world and
And
different colorway
different
or different
inventory
pieces.
too.
Exactly. So why you're going to be able to see things that are not in America, that are in France, that are in Rome, that are in, Korea, wherever it is you're going. You can go on louisvuitton.com and switch the country and see the kind of pieces they have in different countries. Why would you go and waste 30 minutes to an hour of someone's time having them pull every bag down of something you're going to buy in a month that you might change your mind? Plus, if you go buy that thing and you change your mind and try to return it in the United States,
Oh, can't do
you
it.
cannot return it. It's
And now
sad.
another thing that I have to point out because this is funny. It's not the collector that does that. It's the people that want to buy the monogram pieces. It's the people that
No,
wanted to buy the Neon Away or like, oh, I can't think of the name of the bag. There was another, the Poppin, like a Poppin Court,
popping court,
those type
yeah,
of the
with
totes.
the little
There was,
balls on the side
um, it was like,
that had
or
it's
maybe it
like an
wasn't a
east
Poppin
west.
Court. There was a few of them that were like this shaped with a
That
handle.
yeah,
It's just a very basic
yeah.
handbag. Several of those. It was never like, oh, I want a collector's
I don't
piece.
want the Jeff Koons, bag
No,
with like the
they wanted a
mural.
monogram. They wanted
It's
a
always the
monogram made in
monogram
France.
people.
Yes,
It's It's the people who want the Neverfulls and all that. There's nothing wrong with wanting it. I just don't understand why you want to buy your Neverfull in France when you can buy that at any time and day, whatever.
we
Like, go
would.
buy something special. Go buy something special in France. Go buy, like, if I'm going to France and I'm going to go shopping, I want to get something and be wowed. And someone like turn their head in the street and be like, girl, where'd you get that? Oh, this whole thing
And
special.
you
You
know,
can't get it unless you're in France. You know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, that's the France edition of the Neverfull. She's got it going on. No one's ever said that. No one's ever
right?
gonna know.
But also, like, for some people, the Neverfull is special. the Speedy is special. So like, I don't
Yeah.
knock it. Go ahead. But we always joked in our store that, okay, we would love it if they go fly to France and they get there never fooled and they hand it to them and it's made in the USA.
Hey, it happens.
Right? Like it doesn't matter where it's made. Another thing too is that in the store I worked in, because it was a smaller boutique, there's a limited number of inventory except for the Neverfull and the Speedy. But for everything else, there'd be one or two. So day to day, the inventory changes. What makes you think in a month from now when you go to France or Europe or wherever you're going that, oh, I saw it in the boutique in Costa Mesa. It should be there in London. Like, there's no logic
It could,
to that.
and
They're going to look at through the store anyways.
you can't tell people anyway unless it's like the classic three, unless it's the Holy Trinity, unless you're getting a Speedy Alma, no way, and a Neverfull because they have a ton of those. You're
Hmm.
not guaranteed to get the item.
Anything, even in the boutiques in the US. Oh, I'm going to wait a
Hmm.
couple weeks and they come back and it's like, nope, it's gone. It's sold.
Hmm. Yeah.
I remember I had a customer who was looking, I want to shop. I'm going through the London Heathrow Airport and they think they're saving on duties and stuff like that, which you are, minus the cost of your plane ticket. And she was like, can you call them and see if they have it? Like, no, you call them. That's not my job to do. And our system
Yeah.
doesn't check the whole wide world inventory either.
Right. And I want to say now London, they don't get the duty free anymore. That's like there's two countries that they don't do duty free any longer, and I think London is one of them.
Cool.
So she would have been in for a treat nowadays.
I mean, they are regardless because I guess this is another thing that customers that don't usually shop, they assume that every store has every single thing that Louis Vuitton has ever made. And it's that way from store to store. And it's
Mhm.
not. Or they do this. Oh, you don't have what I'm looking for. And it's like, how do you possibly put every single piece of inventory on the shelves? Like
You
it's not Ross.
don't. We did. I'll tell you, the newer stuff and the classic stuff got put out. Our visual person did, and if it was something that has been like a seasonal piece that like was from like a year ago, and we didn't have space for it, we put it in a little drawer, and we would bring it out. Like if people wanted
Hmm.
something they could see on the wall, they were like, "Wow, this is brand new and cool." And it's like, well, we don't have space for it. It's like a year old, but like
Right? But
neither
you
here
would
nor
never
there.
see, like, you're never going to see this on the shelf. Everyone knows what
No,
a Speedy is. And,
no.
and that tripped me out that people were like, oh, you don't have it. Like, what are you even
They
looking
are
for?
folded up in the drawers. They are folded up in the drawers,
Hmm.
like not really the back. People thought that Louis Vuitton had a magical back room. No. Plot twist, everything's in a drawer.
Magical unicorn and a magical cobbler that refreshed shoes. Like, oh, you don't have my size? Well, they had it at the other store. Like, yeah, that's a different store. I can't reach into the magic portal to get the thing that you wanted from 2018.
We didn't have a lot of I mean, we had shoes at our store, but like limited sizes. Like
Hmm.
when we got like a new shoe in for women, we didn't have the full size run. It'd be like 3 or 4 of the sizes and like 3 or 4 of the shoes. It baffled me, but that's how it was.
And most stores don't. And the stores that do get it just get one size run, meaning size 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's it. There's no, oh, there's 7 size 9s that you could, so there's plenty. Like, nope, just one at a
No.
time.
Luxury brand stuff like that. It's not like Nine West or Aldo to where or a department store where they're gonna have multiple and they're
Hmm.
anticipating a lot of people buying one shoe. They're not anticipating people buying a bunch of, like 5 pairs of $1,500 shoes.
Yeah. And like, remember, it's funny because it's luxury and it's like, what is the word? It's manufactured exclusivity. Louis Vuitton
Mhm.
wants it that way. Yet people still come in expecting like we're stocked like Nike. Like, oh, you should have every single thing in the catalog here because I came to shop for it. Like people would come in and like, do you have the favorite? I'm like, that was discontinued 5 years ago.
Mhm.
But what are we doing?
The favorite is they made a new one and it's
Hmm.
leather. It's not the same, and when I showed it to them, it looked like a little barrel. They'd be like,
Yeah,
"This is my
totally
favorite."
different.
And I think they remade the Ava.
Oh, yes,
There,
yes.
yeah,
But I
but
would have people like, but it's on, but look, and they would put it online. I'm like, it
and it's
doesn't,
like on
but it
the real
doesn't,
or
it's,
voucher file. And the
uh,
first thing that would pop up are when you Google a Louis Vuitton bag, the first thing that pops up are the consignment websites, not always the actual Louis Vuitton. And so like, here it is. And it's like,
yeah, it
no,
exists. Oh, what I love too is, well, I saw a picture of it like a couple years ago, or I saw it on someone in Hong Kong. I'm like, I
saw it
don't
on
know
someone
what
at
the
the
clue you're
airport.
talking about.
And they would describe something. I always say they would like Vogue the bag. They'd be like, "Do you have this?" No, Madonna. I know.
Oh my God. All of the things. Oh, wait. One more. Well, I don't like that the lining is red. Could you just order it for me in black?
No, red lining is always going to be Dame Ben, and there's no black lining. Doesn't exist unless you're getting leather, not in
But it would be a
canvas.
wallet. It would be anything in there. Could you just order this for me, but without a zipper? But
Oh
from
yeah,
where am I
they thought
ordering
that
it
like
from?
we could do a special
Like a
request.
custom, it's a custom design at this point. Yeah. So yeah, none of that. No ordering. Can I order this? It would be something like a wallet. Oh, can I order this with a pink lining instead? Yes, if it exists with a pink lining, but there's no like custom order department where the
Like
leprechaun in the
the
back is going to sew you a wallet with the color
Victorine
lining that you want. Yeah,
has
that comes
pink,
with the pink
but like most of the time the men's stuff would come in, they call it Macassar, where it was monogram with black.
with
And
black.
sometimes if women liked Macassar, sometimes women would buy the men's accessories because like they liked it more. But like there's no way to custom order things in Louis Vuitton unless it's like an exotic.
Exotic, yeah.
Yeah.
And those
Then
still, they
they,
follow the pattern. There's no one making a
mhm,
new pattern for you because I got that
right.
too. I'm not making a new pattern. Alrighty. So this was always my favorite. And this comes with interrupting, not waiting your turn, and just people being people. My favorite that we would always joke about in the store is that someone would like walk right in, and you know how it is. They assign you one client advisor per customer.
Oh
And
yeah.
no, you're not really allowed to walk around because these things are expensive. So we've got to keep eyes out. But people would legit walk in the store and go, "Okay, here I'm gonna demo.
Do it.
Hey, hello, how much? How much is this?" And they're like 20
Probably
feet away,
5,200
20
at
feet
this
away.
point. No,
So what do you do?
I would say, ma'am, we had a person that would sit at the front, usually an ops manager with a tablet, if it would get real busy, like starting to get busy, usually through the weekend. And that person would just be blind to the fact that there was a person standing at the front of the store and it was always a manager with a tablet. They were blind to it and I don't know how. And I'd always just be like, did you put your, and I wouldn't even answer them. Hey, I'd be like,
Yeah,
hey, and
you
they
have
would
to
just
ignore
keep
them
talking. Hey, did
because
you
I'm
put
not
your
going to yell
name?
across.
I'm not because I know my ass is loud, and so I'm not trying to. And I said, and I would be like, "Did you put your name on a
Hmm.
list?" And no, I didn't see that person right over there. Yeah. And I described the way the person looked. They are holding a tablet. All of us are in the busy right now. I understand you have a question. No, I just want you to answer a quick question, ma'am. We
Hmm.
are a one-to-one experience. If you would like your question answered, please go put your name on the tablet. When one of us is available, you will get that one-on-one experience because everybody deserves their one-on-one
Yep.
experience. And this client's getting theirs, you will get yours. And then if that person pitched a fit, I would be like, do not put me with Karen A over there because I am not helping her because she just pitched a fit over here, and I'm not going to be like, or she'd be like, oh, well, don't put me with her. Put me
And
with someone
listen,
else.
there is no quick question because people would
No,
say, I have to get on the iPad. I just have a question. So does everybody else.
and if you want to know the price, go on the
Go
internet.
online. Go
Go
online.
online. Have you heard of LouisVuitton.com? Wonderful.
And your
I'm
phone
glad.
is in there in your hand,
You have your
you
at
know?
this point, just look up the price, and because then they're gonna correct you anyway. "Oh, no, that bag was 4,700." Well, yeah, it was 2 months ago, or you're looking at the one that doesn't have this, that, or the third. And then it turns into, well, I want to see. It's never one question. One question
Mm-mm.
turns into a whole
Do you
song and
have it?
harmony.
When are you getting it? How many colors do you have it in? That was always what it turned into. The person answering your question has to do the same thing. Let me pull it up online. So you could do that yourself. And then I just have one question. Do you have this? Okay, no, we don't. But can you tell me which store has it? Can you tell me how many they
Right.
have? Can you tell me what colors they have? That's not one question. That's not a quick question. You're clearly cutting in line of everyone else that's waiting. So this,
Mhm.
like, yeah, we're going to ignore it. And then they're going to walk away. I can't believe they're going to make me wait. I just have a question. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
we're
way it
gonna make you
is.
wait because
Tough cookie.
we see the writing on the wall. We see where this is going. Ma'am, you need to get in line.
I
Go
mean,
find the person with the tablet.
you can't go to the grocery store and just go like, I just have one question. I have one item. I cut in front of everyone else. It
No.
just doesn't work that way. So,
Mm.
okay, got that off my chest. See, I got a little heated. Like, and to that point too, you see people like when, like, say you and I are interacting, I'm your customer. There are people who just literally stick their head in and go, I just have a question. Can I just see that?
Or they go behind the counter.
Or you see this arm coming through. I just want to see that. Can I just grab it?
Or they like, have you ever had somebody pick up another customer's bag
Yes,
thinking,
all the time. If you're shopping in Louis Vuitton, do not put your bag down on the counter. Somebody else will grab it,
oh,
especially
and
during
they've
busy
like looked at
season.
it? I'm like, ma'am, that's someone else's
Someone's,
personal property.
someone's personal possession. Yeah, I was
That's
just
always
looking.
fun.
Can I just look? No, no.
I loved it when people went behind the counters.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be like, ma'am, and then the security would be like, you can't get behind the counter. Well, how did I know that was behind the counter? Like, you can't, because everything was locked. And so
Yeah,
people would be like
there'd be a
pulling
cord.
the cord, like pulling like whatever, like
I
behind
didn't
the
know
counter.
I wasn't supposed to go behind there. Really?
No, like, would you go like to a department store and go behind the makeup counter and find your own lipstick? I should hope, you should hope not. I should hope that you're
I
not
mean,
gonna,
I don't go to Foot Locker and just walk into the stock room to get my own
right.
shoe.
At this point, I feel like that's what they're doing. They're just like they're pulling it. They're like going behind the counter and they're like doing this. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Do you want to see that bag? Oh, I'm just looking. I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry. Can I just have you on this side of the counter? And then they would tell people, that's really all that means. Told me not to be on this side.
Hmm. I remember people trying to push their stroller behind the counter, and I would just
It's
like
an
say no,
LP issue. You
and
can't
then
go
go,
behind the counter.
I can't just walk through here with my stroller.
No,
No,
no. How do you look
people are
sus as
working back
F
here.
with a stroller? No.
Yeah, let's see. And to that point too, and we did see this a lot. People are
Mhm.
shocked. "Oh, you should behave better in a luxury store." Nope, they actually act worse. They act like because I think I'm going to spend money or giving people the illusion that I should spend money. I should be able to do whatever I want. Give me what I want. Return this if it's beyond the 30 days because Sephora does it, because Macy's does it, and like you don't go into someone else's house and demand, oh, I want you to cook this for me in this way, and I'm going to mess up your shelf. I'm going to rearrange your furniture. It's
No.
just like that. Like you go into someone's house, go into a store, and there are rules.
Honestly, I think Louis Vuitton has probably a better return policy than
Hmm.
90%
For
of the
sure.
luxury retailers out there. Most of them are like 2 weeks and,
Final sale,
or
2 weeks.
final sale or can't breathe by it, can't be near it, can't have opened the box, can't have touched it, just the craziest rules. Louis Vuitton will take it up to 30 days.
That's
And
very generous.
sometimes after, like, I was like, "Holy crap, like, why are you taking that back?" Like, that person has, like well, and then I felt ridiculous. I'm like, "Well, then you deal with it because I was told it's 30 days." So,
Yeah. Yeah. So they have a very lenient return policy. If you can't decide within 30 days, too bad. Or if you wore the thing, too bad. That's
if
it.
you wore the thing and people would say, "Well, it said 30 days," and then they wore the bag, and it's like, I can tell you went to the club with this
Like
purse.
there's a lipstick and a coin and a hair in the bottom of the bag.
Mhm.
It's clearly
And
used.
with Louis Vuitton bags, you can quite the way they're lined and the way they're made, you can tell at a glance if it's been used even
Mhm.
once. And we've all been trained. We can tell that that bag has had a night of fun.
Mhm.
You cannot
We
buy a
know.
bag for
We'll
someone
check
for
your
Christmas.
Instagram.
Yeah, yeah. Do
Mm.
do blue light.
I think we can go on and on. We can probably have a part 2 and a part 3 of just things that we've seen people do in the stores. I mean, they would climb the walls if they could.
That's true. Just
I'm
when
sure
you go to the
someplace they did.
store, I'm sure they would. Go with a plan. Just don't be people think just because they're walking through the doors of Louis Vuitton that we should like go and like throw rose petals at them and grace their presence. And it is not that way. Like everybody needs to respect each other. Like no, Louis Vuitton is not a scary place to walk in. They're not mean. They're not judging you. But the thing is, you have to understand it's like going to a restaurant.
Mhm.
If you're not like if you're there just like wasting people's time, would you go to Starbucks and order water and just like sit there? Or would you go to a high-end restaurant? Would you go to a free French bistro and order like water and eat the free bread and then just like be like, thank you so much?
Oh, yeah, and not just sit there, but
Common
ask question after
courtesy.
question.
Have common
Yeah.
courtesy. Like just know this is somebody's job. And like if you have questions or you are going to want to know stuff, you can call client services. You can go to the website, like to your heart's content, and buzz around online and no one's going to judge you. But to take up someone's time and the money is beyond me.
Yeah. Yeah, and then to give attitude because your questions are not being answered when it's like you're wasting the client advisor's time, you
Mhm.
know? Gotta go.
Right. Exactly.
I quite enjoyed this little it's like a venting session for us.
It
So,
is.
I hope the audience, I hope you enjoyed our show today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and come back for more of our series, me and Christy.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.